So to make the beak for Otis the Owl, we'll be using this Bravo worsted yarn in the color Brindle. It is a size 4 medium weight yarn, and we'll also be using a 3.5mm crochet hook. To start the beak, you will need to create a magic circle. If you have not done so before, I do have a tutorial available on my YouTube channel you can check out and come back to me when you've checked that out. But if not, I will assume you know how to make one. So here's our magic circle or adjustable ring. And when you close your magic ring, that counts as a chain 1. And so the pattern calls for a chain 3. So since we've already got our chain 1 completed, we'll do chain 2, chain 3. Okay, so then we're going to place 3 double crochets into the magic circle. So we're going to 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we're going to pull that magic ring taut, and we're going to turn it over to be able to slip stitch the last stitch to the first stitch, or the top of the chain 3. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like now. Okay, so then we're going to cut our yarn, leaving a long tail. I like to leave a little too much probably, but I think I've got about 15 inches here, just so I have got lots of wiggle room to sew this on to my owl. And so this doesn't look like a whole lot yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to take our tapestry needle, thread it, and looking at the back of our beak here, I know it's super tiny, let's see if I can move it a little closer. We are going to seam the chain 3 to the last double crochet, and we'll kind of create this little pellet looking shape to create a tiny little beak. So I just do a really quick whip stitch, nothing fancy, but I like to go through the post of the double crochet instead of under it, so that way there's no big gaps. There we go. And right through the tops of the stitches there. And there we go. So then you've got your beak looking like this, right? It's just like this little nub. And so I like to keep my little tail on. Oops, goodness, I'm just flinging it. So I like to keep the little tail on, and then I would pull both tails into my project to sew the nose or the beak on. And that part where you seamed on the back, that is the part that would lay flat against the owl's head. And I like to tuck it up underneath the fur, so the faux fur yarn will kind of go over the top of that, and so only the little bit of the nose peeks out like that. Gives you a really cute little look. Okay, so rather than cutting your little tail here, finish it off by pulling it into your project, into the head of Otis, and finishing it off that way. Okay, hope that helps.